Okay, so this is solving two-step equations, part one. Okay, so obviously the change from what we've done yesterday and the day before is what? It's an additional step. Okay, so you had you had one-step equations, and for the most part, all of them you did one step. In other words, like if I needed to get rid of a negative term, I did a positive term. If I needed to get rid of a positive term, I subtracted the term, or I did a negative term. What if I wanted to undo multiplication? What did I do? Division. And if I wanted to undo division, what did I do? Multiplication. Good. Okay. So you're still going to do that. Okay. But basically, what we're going to take is a two-step equation, and we're going to turn it into a one-step equation. Okay, by doing one additional step. Okay. So let's look first at this equation. Okay. Copy that down for me. Okay. Now we're going to ask ourselves a question. Okay, is anything directly connected to the variable? Okay, so if we look at this equation, okay, is there anything directly connected? Well, first of all, what's the variable up there? P. Is there anything directly connected to that P?
Yes.
A 2, but it's not just a 2. I don't want you to see that as a 7 minus 2p. What do I want you to see that as? A 7 and a negative 2p. So we're going to put everything that is directly connected to that variable, we're going to put that in a box. Okay? So put this in a box. Okay? Is everybody with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, what we're going to do next is get rid of everything outside that box. Okay? So get rid of anything outside the box. Now, I'll show you how that's done. It's easy. Okay, so if we look at this equation, what is outside this box?
7.
There's a 7 there. Well, what kind of 7 is it? Is it a positive 7 or a negative?
Positive.
It's a positive 7. So think about this. If you have $7, how do you get rid of it?
Spend it.
Spend $7, right? So basically, we want to get rid of this, but remember, what did I tell you about equations? They are what? Rhymes with schmalanced.
Balance.
They're balanced. If I take something from one side, I have to take it from the other. So if I take 7 away from here, because I want that to be gone, what do I also have to do?
Take it away from the 5.
Take it away from over here. Okay? And you should copy down the exact procedure that I'm using because I'm going to be checking for that. Okay, what happens to these 7s? They're gone. So what's left over there? Negative 2p. Just bring that down. Okay, and now I have 5 minus 7. What is 5 minus 7? Negative 2. What have we now turned this into? Now it's a one-step equation. We have negative 2 times p equals negative 2. Well, how do we undo multiplication? We division, okay? So if we division this by negative 2 and division this by negative 2, those cancel. What is a negative divided by a negative? Positive. And what is any number over itself? Don't say 0. 1, okay? So this would be p equals 1. Okay, do you see how we did that?
That's funny.
Okay? All right. Let's try another one. That's not that hard, is it? Okay? Let's try another one. Okay, let's say on this one, okay, the first thing I'm going to do, what's the first thing I look for? What number, is there anything directly connected to that variable? What's directly connected to that variable? The plus 6x. Okay, so we're going to put this in a what? In a box. Now, our next step is to get rid of what's outside the box. Well, what's outside that box? There's a negative 9. So how, now, just like when we wanted to get rid of $7, we spent $7. If you owe $9, how do you get to 0? You have to have $9, right? Or you have to add 9, right? So what are we going to do to this negative 9? We're going to add 9, but again, what's my rule? If I do something to one side,
Do it to the other.
got to do it to the other. So if I add 9 here, I also have to what?
Add 9 there.
Add 9 there. Very good. Now what happens to these? They cancel. What happens to this 6x? Now do I need to put that plus sign? If there's a positive number, you don't have to say it, you don't have to put it, because it's assumed, right? I mean, if you're 13 years old, you don't go around saying, I'm positive 13, okay? Because that would be weird, okay? So we have 6x equals, what's 39 plus 9?
48.
48, good. What do I now have? What did I turn this into? A one-step equation. Well, what's my one step here? Divide everything by what? 6. Why? Because what's being multiplied by x? 6. What does x equal? 8. Does that make sense? Not that difficult, is it? Okay. All right, you guys.
Wait, Mr. Chris.
Wait, yes.
How did the negative 9 turn into a positive 9?
Because we had to get rid of it. Because it was outside that box. It was outside when we put the box here, there's a negative 9, and we have to get that out of there. So we add 9 so that becomes 0, but we may got to do it to the other side too. All right, people, try this one on your own. Try that one. Completely on your own. Let's see if you can get it right. So my other class didn't have homework yesterday? Who was the sub?
This one good.
Wait, maybe they did. I don't know.
Mrs. Wingo came and taught that class?
Was it your H period?
Yeah.
The beginning and G period.
Okay.
Because I've studied hall.
Okay. Mrs. Wingo's a good math teacher. She's way smarter than me.
But you're way funnier than her.
Yeah, it doesn't matter when you're smart. You're smart. She's way smarter than me. She's like a rocket scientist.
Talking about, she said we should make more of Mr. Kersey because he has such a good teaching method.
Oh, whatever. Okay. Just kidding. Okay, so how do I do this? What do I need to do? Put what in the box?
6M. Positive 6.
Okay, so I need to put that positive 6m in my box. Very good. What's outside that box? Sailor, what's outside that box? How do I get rid of negative 4? You add 4. And if I add 4 here, I what?
Add 4 there.
I add 4 there. So those cancel. I have 6m equals, what's 86 plus 4? 90. Okay. What do I do, Jose?
You divide, or cancel out the 6, you do division, and then you have 90.
Divide both sides by 6. Okay. 90 divided by 6. How many 6s going to 9? 1. Bring down my 0. How many 6s going to 30?
5.
Okay, so what does m equal? 15. Okay, do you see how you solve two-step equations, the first part?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want the worksheet or do you want me to do another one?
Worksheet.
Okay. We will get our worksheets.